what's wrong. Rewrote the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in? Wrapped around. Wrapped around. Wrapped around.
Hey guys, welcome back to Click. This is Im, and today we're going to have a quick video about some first impressions and opinions for the GS7 Edge. So I've been using this phone for the latter part of the last 4 or 5 days. It took me a little while to get it set up. I have little kids, so it's not the easiest thing for me to drop everything that I'm doing and get things going on a phone. But anyways, I won't bother you about that stuff. Anyway, so let's get into this. Here we have the GS7 Edge, which I've been using for the last, I'd say 4 to 5 days. And I wanted to just go over a few different items regarding the phone, stuff that I like, stuff that I don't like, and stuff that I love. So let's start off with some of the stuff that I don't like, okay? And there's very little, to be honest. My biggest gripe so far is regards to the speaker. Now, I totally understand the fact that this is now a waterproof phone, and as a result, we can't have the best quality sound due to waterproofing. And I guess I'm willing to sacrifice that in terms of, the ability to have it waterproof in the event of, the inevitable happens, or if I'm going to be outdoors using it and it gets wet. So it's a great phone for that. But in terms of media consumption, which is something that I do a lot of, so I'm always on YouTube, I'm always listening to music, I'm always watching movies. This particular phone, the speaker really lets it down. I find that it's really not loud enough, it's really tinny, the sound is not full. I mean, if you look at it compared to my Note 5, I'd say the Note 5 is, significantly better. Now, aside from that, it is a super slippery phone, and you can see it is a fingerprint magnet. And that's the reason why I have these two cases in the back. I have been using a case with it. I have picked up 2 of these for now, and I'm waiting for a couple more to come in. But I'll show you what these look like towards the end of the impressions video. Okay. Now, in terms of stuff that I do like, now the quality of the screen here is absolutely, by far one of the best. I'd say it's pretty much on par with the Note 5. And the GS6 Edge Plus. I don't notice, that it's any better, but the colors are definitely punchy. I do have an icon pack here installed, which really does, throw up the punchy colors that are in the icon pack. I'm not sure if this is picking it up properly here. Let me try. There we go. Now, in terms of speed, the processor is great. It hasn't had any hiccups. There's been no lag. In terms of the battery, that is so far my best part. So I had this phone out yesterday on full heavy use. I had it off the charger at 6 a.m. in the morning, which is roughly when my day starts. I had it sitting, through general use and heavy use throughout the day. I have my Moto 360 connected to it. Texting, videos, YouTube, you name it. I was up running till about 1 a.m. last night and still had 22% battery left. I reached just shy of 5 hours screen on time, and I'm pretty sure I could stretch that to close to 6, maybe 5.5 hours screen on time before it completely died. So the battery, guys, is absolutely fantastic, and this has only been my 3rd charge. So I'm assuming the battery's probably going to get a little bit better, and might see a few extra minutes out of that, and maybe I may even be able to stretch it for my use, maybe 2 days before a charge, which would be fantastic. Now, the always-on display is something that I do like. It's great to have it up. I can see the time, I can see the percentage of the battery and the date, especially when I use my Spigen car mount. It's great because it actually covers the clock on my car, so this is great to have it up and running. And the battery loss, I mean, I don't notice it. I haven't tested it without it off at all. So, 5 to 6 hour screen on time. If it can do that, I can leave it on. I don't have any issues with that. Now, the camera, this is another item of extreme, satisfaction. There's a couple of shots here that I took of a new golf club and a case that I got for my GS6. the picture quality, the colors, the accuracy, it's great. And I mean, let's keep this in mind. I've mentioned this before on other videos that I'm not a photographer per se. I don't, I don't know about the auto balance and the the focus and the. I put it on general auto mode and I take shots. If the colors are accurate at focus, and takes a good sharp picture, generally of moving objects like my children, and it comes out sharp and clear, to me that's a sign of a good camera. And this GS7 camera is doing that. The only other camera that can do that at such speed was my iPhone 6s Plus, which is just parked in the back here. So I'm definitely very satisfied with the camera. Video quality is also fantastic. Color rendering is good. Autofocus is awesome. And I've had no issues with that as well. Now in terms of build, I mean, I have to say by far one of the best build phones to date. I mean, I have had every phone under the sun to date, and this one feels great. In the hand, it's absolutely fantastic. I would venture to say this is better built than the iPhone. The buttons, the clickiness of the buttons, the volume, the positioning of the buttons, the quality of the screen, the in-hand feel of the glass versus the cold metal, it's just absolutely fantastic. I've had zero issue. The button fingerprint scanner is absolutely fantastic. Super fast. It hasn't failed yet, to be quite honest. I've not had a time where it's come to me and said, no, retry again. And, that says a lot. I did have some issues with my Galaxy S6 Edge with the fingerprint scanner, even though that was markedly improved from the Note 4. But this one by far is the best. So now in regards to the cases that you see in the back, this here is a Rinky Slim case, and it's just a typical hard shell plastic, soft touch, and pretty standard, ultra thin, very little drop protection. But this is really the cases that I prefer. I'm not a fan of super bulky cases. I do like to have one in-house, if just in the event that I'm going to be using it for an outdoor activity. But this is the one I use most of the time, and I just thought I'd drop it in and just show you what it looks like with the case on. Now again, very minimal in terms of its protection. There's a small lip to protect the screen. I'll try and show you guys that there. And on the back it does protect the camera hump, albeit minimally, but the feel again is great. It is plastic. It does pick up some fingerprints, but it does the job for me. I'm usually very good with my phones, and nobody really gets to use them other than myself, so I don't need a whole lot of protection on a day-to-day basis. So this is what I use most of the time. And on the bottom here you can see the cutouts are all there. So let me show you the other one that I picked up, and the other one is a Spigen case, and I can't remember what this one's called. I think it's the Spigen Flex. I'm not too sure, but it's got carbon fiber here on the bottom. What I'll do is I'll find the link for it and link it in the description below, so that way you have links for both the cases. And but I mean, this is a soft TPU case. But once it's on the phone, it looks nice, and there's no flex in it once it's on the phone. So I'll show you what this one looks like here. Okay. And there we go. So, alright, so the lip, obviously, there's more protection here. There's a bigger lip all the way around. Again, it won't interfere with your edge and your edge screen functions. Okay, all of the information comes up as, as normal. All your ports are there for the bottom. There's no interference for charging or headphones, and you get good protection for your camera. And this is not a soft touch, but a really nice feeling plastic. And this doesn't leave any fingerprints, so you can touch this with greasy hands, and you're all good, no issues. And on the top there, that is just for your microphone. Okay, and all your buttons as per usual, power button, and everything feels great. Again, super cheap, great cases, good quality, and I mean, I'd love to use this phone without a case, but as you can see, just handling it here for the last 10 minutes or so, look at what it looks like. I mean, this was cleaned just before I started the video, and I have a bit of OCD, so I can't handle that. I'd rather just put it in a case. So anyways, guys, this is my quick impressions on the GS7 Edge. I hope you guys have been watching. There was a greatest of all time video that was released, and we mentioned that this GS7 Edge was in our opinion, one of the greatest of all time phones, minus the front-facing speakers. And you know what? I have to say, it is truly holding up to that. It's one of the best phones to date. I'm actually super excited for the upcoming Note 6 that might actually take the crown. But until then, this is the one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you see. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. And please subscribe. And hope to answer any questions that you may have. Thanks for watching. This is Im again, and I'm out.